Now to some breaking news. The Commonwealth Court is ruling part of Pennsylvania's mail-in voting law unconstitutional. Dennis Owens is here now with more on the court's decision. Dennis.
James, it's a big one. It's the latest in a long line of bombshell rulings from Pennsylvania courts that seem to drop on Fridays. We do appreciate the fact they gave us this one Friday morning instead of about 5 o'clock on Friday afternoon. But this one is a bombshell in the way that we vote. In this ruling, Commonwealth Court says Act 77, the big election overhaul of a couple years ago, is unconstitutional. And that includes what has become the very popular no-excuse mail-in voting option. More than 1.3 million Pennsylvania voters have said they want to do that permanently. Some 3 million voters actually used it the last time, but that runs headlong into the PA Constitution, which says voting must be in person unless for specific reasons, and then, and only then, can they be absentee ballots. The court says if you want universal mail-in voting, that's fine. Pass a constitutional amendment to that effect.
Doubt that the voters would vote for it and they'd want it, but they say that's the only way to implement it, and the General Assembly doesn't have the unfettered right to just change the rules, no matter how close we are to an election.
And that's former federal judge John Jones, now president of Dickinson College. James, the Commonwealth Court is not the highest court in the land. This one will be appealed. In fact, it's been promised to be appealed by several groups already today. It will go to the Supreme Court. Many are saying constitutionality was not an issue when Act 77 passed nearly unanimously. And there is an interpretation that lawmakers do indeed have the power to alter voting methods. So the game not over yet. It is on its way to the Supreme Court. We'll see what they do. Remember, we have a primary in May.
Right. So what does this mean for that primary?
Well, that's a good question, and the answer is we don't know the answer. There's nobody that knows the answer right now. The bottom line is going to be appealed to the Supreme Court. Do they take it right away, issue a quick emergency ruling on it, or do they take it, say we're going to take it, and we'll wait till after the primary? In the meantime, we put a stay on this ruling, and we'll do voting the way we've been doing it the last couple of cycles. So I don't have the answer for you on that right now. We're going to work on some answers to that. I don't know that anybody knows that answer right now.
Right. And also you said that Act 77, this mail-in voting law, that passed by bipartisan support.
Bipartisan, nearly unanimously.
But has that changed now?
Well, there's a number of Republicans that believe that because the Supreme Court made a couple of rulings about drop boxes, for instance, and allowing ballots to come in a couple of days after the election, that the Supreme Court changed the Act 77, in their opinion, wrongly, shouldn't have been able to do that. So there are now a number of Republicans who say that Act 77 that played out is not the Act 77 we voted for. We want to change that. But in the meantime, Commonwealth Court ruling that it's unconstitutional. Remember, the state Supreme Court 5-2 Democrat, and they have already gone into election rules with Act 77, so maybe they'll dip in here as well and maybe see it differently than Commonwealth Court.
A lot going on.
A lot going on.
Yes, all right, Dennis, thank you so much. I know you will stay on top of all of it for us. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.